Blessed love, blessed love, blessed love. Y'all, welcome to High Grade Healing TV. I'm your host, Akeem Pierre, and your host, Honorable Priest Kailash, will be joining us soon. Just gonna give some time for people to come in. Sending y'all love, though. Sending y'all love. As y'all come in, let me know how I'm sounding. Let me know how I'm looking. The sound should be good. I'm using my computer sound right now, so let me know it's a little bit different than the usual one. So let me know how the sound is. Let me know how y'all feeling as well. Grand Rising, Malcolm. Sending love, sending balance. How y'all doing? Jay Little, much love. Bless, respect, always giving thanks. Giving thanks. How's it sounding? Sounds great on Facebook. Lovely. That means we should be good. How's it YouTube? Blessed love. Danielle, welcome back. Selena Harvey, much love. D. James, bless. Gail Arnold, good afternoon. Grand Rising, bless. Brittany Berg, much love. Give thanks for confirming the sound is up there. Fresh Factory, Lankaya, much love. Sending love. Brown Eyes 1547, bless. Hello. Jane Doe, much love. Sending balance. Raheem, my brother, sending love. Chatakwe Miller, give thanks, sending love, y'all. Bless, y'all. Much love. So welcome to High Grade Healing TV Live. I'm going to start off with saying I want some of y'all to join us today on this call. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a link into the chat. And then on that link, that's going to give y'all the opportunity to hop on the call with us and join us and ask your questions live. Like the amount of DMs I get on a daily basis and just the emails, people on our website, chat boxes, inquiries, asking all these different questions about the herbs, about all different types of topics. This is our time. This is our time where we could really do that live and really tap in live and really connect. And more than just that question, you get to get that live and direct access. Honorable Priest Kailash is going to be joining us later today. And he's a legendary herbalist, a herbal physician, but all around just a legendary being, well-rounded. So the topics that we cover in this show is vast and it's epic, you know, so feel free to hop on. And today's episode is going to be mainly about our retreat, the Rising of the Gods retreat, which we're going to be having in the middle of or end of June 17th to June 19th to 26th. And so we're going to go in on that, share with y'all a little bit about what we have planned on that one. And besides that, we're just going to go in, y'all, because this is legendary. Like low key, we're doing some legendary works, and y'all are really allowing it to happen, and y'all are a major part of this. So I'm grateful for each and every one of y'all, and I'm excited, y'all. So giving thanks. Malcolm Moore, does Priest Kailash have a Facebook page? He does, but it's a low key one. I would say, do you have Instagram, Malcolm? Because if you got Instagram, I would definitely recommend following him on Instagram, Honorable Priest Kailash. And he also has a YouTube channel by the same name, on HON Priest Kailash. So you could just tap in and tune in there. But otherwise, y'all, how we feeling today? That's the most important thing. How we feeling today? How y'all doing? What's going on? For me, I'm on a vibe right now. I'm in this position in my life where it's like I'm just coming out of the winter season of my life. And I do like to look at life as in seasons. And I was just in a mastermind call with some other people, and we were just talking about the seasons in my life. And I was just thinking how I'm really coming out of a winter part of my life, and the time where it was in the time of self-reflection, going in that time of darkness and the unknown. But now we're in that spring season, and that's the season where we're planting the seeds. That's the season where we're looking forward to more light coming as spring is coming up soon. So there's the seasons on the earth, and then we have our own seasons. So I'm in my spring season where I got to be planting these seeds, and not focusing on the harvest right now. There's nothing to harvest right now. We're putting in that work. And yes, it's like trusting everything that came up in the winter season. So all that time that I spent internal and my meditations and my journaling, all that manifestation work that I've been doing inside. Now it's time to trust it, that it's going to come to me in the physical, and to trust the actions that are required for me to make that happen. So that's it. What seasons are y'all in? How y'all feeling? Despite all the struggles, I'm very blessed just to be alive. Give thanks. These struggles, like, I'm finding it so important to really reframe these struggles, you know, and to find how these struggles are going to be the things that really take us to that next level. Because everything in my life, at least, where like it was very difficult, very challenging, very hard, every time that happened in my life and I was able to just keep focused and just go through and persist through that, I came out on the other side like a whole nother level of being. So, you know, those struggles, I'm grateful. I'm grateful for the struggles, and I'm giving thanks for how you're gonna come out of those struggles into a whole nother level of being and just really level up. Danielle, feeling truly blessed and grateful, currently in LA, sitting at the beach and listening to high grade healing. Give thanks. You know, y'all in the US, like, because in Canada we're in quarantine, so we can't leave the country really unless we want to quarantine when we get back home. But when y'all in the US, y'all can travel all around US, and y'all got the sunny climate in Miami, Florida. And, you know, while we talk about that, you know, anyone who's in Texas right now, I'm sending y'all love, sending y'all balance, and I pray that y'all are well, and I pray that, you know, y'all make it through this and come through in full power and full charge, and just sending y'all love and balance through everything that's going on out there. But y'all can travel. Y'all got LA. Y'all got a beautiful beach right now. Right now, it's like people travel to Vancouver. That's like the nicest place right now to travel. So Raheem, my guy's in the prairies right now. So yeah, like you'd benefit from coming to travel and vibing with us up here in Vancouver. But bless. Jane Doe, is there going to be a retreat just for women? We are having the goddess retreat. We were supposed to have our retreats. The goddess retreat was supposed to be in May this year, 2021. And then we were going to have our signature Journey Beyond Wellness retreat in end of May, 2021. But COVID and just regulations and things came from Canada. So we're going to be postponing those retreats. The Sacred Goddess Retreat and our Journey Beyond Wellness Retreat, which is our flagship retreat, the one that y'all have seen videos on and the one that we've done before. Those are going to be after the men's retreat, or the Rising of the Gods retreat. So the Rising of the Gods retreat is going to be June 19th to June 26th. And after that, we're going to be launching the women's retreat, the Sacred Goddess Retreat, which is going to be exciting. This will be our second time doing it. I definitely wasn't there for the first one, but it was legendary. And every time we're just getting better. Everything that we did during COVID was going towards enhancing the retreat centers, was going towards enhancing the experience. So now when we go to the retreats, we're going to have much more diverse and much more balanced experience, where y'all are not only going to be able to go and harvest the herbs, because we have just herbs growing all over the place, but we're actually going to be able to go in and prepare the herbs and learn how to prepare the herbs. And y'all going to be in the kitchen. I don't know if y'all seen the video with me and Priest Richie, but y'all going to be in that kitchen, and y'all going to be preparing the herbs and cooking in that kitchen. And that's going to give y'all an opportunity to really go in fully and get that like live and direct training. So it's really hands-on. And that's something that is rare and unique. Every single feast that gets prepared for y'all on these retreats, y'all are going to be able to join. For the women, the yoni steams, like the yoni steams with the fresh herbs, with the natural wood seats in our treatment center. I only saw the vibe of it and the meditation going on and the live singing, everything going on. And that looked divine. And I know for us men, like, we're really going to be introducing men's themes, because us men, we need that healing too. We need to look, love, and care for and on ourselves as well. So it's an exciting time, y'all. Let me see what y'all saying. I'm adapting and transitioning, trying to find balance and focus on positive thoughts. Give thanks. COVID getting in the way of retreat. I was looking forward. Yeah, it's definitely, but we're gonna still have it. You know, whatever it is, we just gotta stay focused. That and I know that it's going to be happening, and whenever it happens, be ready. Whenever it happens, just be prepared. But like I said, that we're going to be having the men's retreat in June, so you can definitely tap in with us on that one. And yes, Carmen Lopez, much love. Welcome, welcome. Giving thanks. Didn't know men can do steams. You know, it's something new. It's something new, but when you look at the prostate and under the gooch is what you know how I kind of refer to it. But under there is the part that needs some love too. You know, I tried to sign up for the retreat, but no email return. Give thanks. We had to switch it up. So right now we had to switch up the retreat timing. So yeah, we were about to launch the retreat. Canada came out with some different some adjustments. So yeah, we have to shift on that one. But there's gonna be one opportunity that I want to share with y'all right now, which to me I'm super excited about, and this is something that's gonna be super, super epic and super legendary. And that is, y'all are gonna have the opportunity to join us on Mount Kailash in St. Lucia as a way to serve and as a way to just heal and connect with us out there and provide your uniqueness and your skills. So for those of y'all who, you know, y'all can join us on the retreats, but y'all can also just come join us and provide your skills. Like some people are gardeners, they're landscapers, they know how to build, they're contractors, interior designers. If you create content, if you can take photos or videos, if y'all can, like any of your skills, we have so much going on in the mountain right now that y'all are going to be able to come join us. And that's going to be happening before all the retreats come. So exactly right here. So like, I would love to paint for y'all. If y'all, you know, yeah, this is what I'm talking about right here. This is what I'm talking about. So y'all text that number. Text the number 231-431-0947. Text serve to that number. And then we're gonna get back with you, and we're gonna give y'all the information and all you need to come join us in the mountain, because that's something we're looking to do ASAP, looking to make happen ASAP. And there's so much, like when I say there's so much that we have going on out there, let me just look through. So we have right here, we have painting, murals. What? Like if we could have, not if, but when we have you out there, and we have you join us for your murals, create that, epic. That's going to be legendary. A recording engineer, epic. Because out there in St. Lucia, we're going to set up our recording studio, make that setup to the next level. That's going to be beautiful. So there's so many opportunities. Fro Negrita. Okay, so that's what you're saying. So you have that recording engineer opportunity. So that's something there. So what I'm gonna get y'all to do, if you're interested in joining us in St. Lucia, and even if you just want to go out there and learn how to tend to the land, if you just want to learn how to tend to the land and you want to just put that time in with us up there on the mountain, then you could join us. And this is something for me, like y'all see me over the years. Like some of y'all been following me. I really started this channel in 2016. And y'all see me level up year after year. And I must say that I have to owe a lot of that to going out there to St. Lucia and going out there to the mountain. And I went out there to the mountain just to absorb and just to learn and really just to serve. And I absorbed every single time I went out to St. Lucia. I came back with another idea, another mindset, another perspective, another, just like a next level in my growth. So this is a super, super epic, blessed opportunity for y'all to come join us and vibe with us and level up for yourself. Because as you help us, say all day, be working, in the most beautiful land, I must say, but just working, just putting in that love and giving your love to the project. And then in the evening time, in the rising, there's going to be different opportunities, whether it's meditation, learning how to cook, whether it's about learning about the herbs, whether like y'all are just going to be teaching and helping each other. There's just going to be so much that y'all are going to have opportunities to do and join us in the mountains. So y'all, if you're interested, text that number, text serve to that number to join us up there in the mountain. And yeah, it's going to be epic. Like right here, my husband is a tile setter and a mason, and I'm also currently in school for marketing. Boom. Like all this, y'all. I'm a breathing instructor. So right here, you could come by and you could help by providing breath work and meditations for the people who are also on the retreat, are on the serving retreat journey for us, with us. So y'all can definitely tune in. And I'm excited, y'all. Much love. So we do have Honorable Priest Kailash has joined us. So we will welcome him into the call.
Yes, Honorable, let's give thanks.
Blessed love. How's it going?
How's the eye?
Yeah, everything is blessed. Giving thanks. How about you?
I'm hearing you like stuttering, like breaking up.
It'll take time. Is it bad?
Yeah, like that breaking up thing. That prank.
It'll be like that for the first little bit. I found out that it's the iPhone and the browser is gonna start off like that. So we got to get through that initial aspect, and then we'll be able to go there. How do we get equity ownership into the project? So this is something that we're going to be launching too. We're going to be launching the crowdfunding campaign. And then from there, there's going to be different levels where you can invest in the project. So there's going to be the levels where you spend $40, for example, in the crowdfunding campaign, and then you get a bag of Seamoss, for example, or some herbs. But you could spend a couple thousand, let's say, and then you're going to get an opportunity to like have a cottage or to have something like that on that level. But anyways, just reach out also and send a message. And yeah, we'll definitely connect on that. Blessed love. How's it sounding?
It's still I'm having the same effect, but I probably it might fix itself.
It will. It will. How's it going?
I don't know if everyone could hear me clearly. Could hear me clearly? All right, give thanks, Rastafari. I don't know. I know we were supposed to be discussing the Rising of the Gods retreat and some other aspects today. I definitely give thanks for this opportunity to be live again on this Sunday with the eye. Just reaching out for the people. I give thanks for Last Strong's program. And a lot of people who contacted I directly and was giving thanks, for the content dealing with self-love and the whole realms of the
It's muted now. Can't really
give thanks for that aspect of things, specifically as we know that
technology. But I just put a link in the chat, so you can use that link that I just put in the chat right here, and you can click on this StreamYard link, and in about 15 minutes we're gonna have y'all joining us in, so y'all could just use this link. So if you have any questions, if you just want to vibe with us and connect with us, then use this link and then come join us. If you have questions like about the retreat, if you got questions about different herbs, if you got questions about, hey, I want to come to the mountain and do this, like, what do you think about that? Come on and join us. Come show some love. Come join us. And yeah, I'm excited. But yeah, give thanks. Who was in the last program? Who was in the last couple of programs? Because we've had some potent ones in the last couple of weeks. So I give thanks definitely for that. And then let's bring
Yeah, bless. Give
love.
thanks. Pardon me for that. Yes, I would
Mm-hmm.
say like give thanks for our previous reasoning on Sunday, and I give thanks for all those people who actually contacted us afterwards. Giving thanks, especially for that high vibes on the whole realms of self love when it comes to relationships and human and all these different vibes. Today, as we supposed to be going into the realms of the whole realms of the rising of the gods retreat. It is important that we just understand the balance and the reason why we are having this rising of the gods retreat, which is basically a retreat slated for June 19th, which is the calendar date for Father's Day. I think that will be June the 20th or the 19th, one of these dates there. And we find that it is important to actually highlight man in the realms of helping man to reach that level of overall wellness. And when we say wellness, a lot of the times people just believe like wellness just has to do with whether you don't have a headache or you don't have diabetes or you don't have prostate cancer, or you don't have any of these things. There are different realms of wellness that actually allows a man to actually function in his full capacity. And I remember as a young businessman, because I went into business when I left college about 17, 18. By 18 years, I was already running my own little cinema in the village of Labrie. And from young, I've been into business. And there was a point in time that because I was economically ill, I would say that I was diseased economically. So it's not that I was Rastafari. I was living healthy because I went on the trial of Rastafari from young. So I always had that consciousness of actually how to eat, how to drink. I grew up with my grandmother. There's plenty of herbs, all these things there. So it wasn't that I was that way lacking when it comes to my realms of my physical strength, my wellness, coughing and sneezing, none of these things. I was fit and strong. It was just that I was ill economically, and that actually, I remember in 2009, 2010, in these about a decade ago, you know, um, I had great visions of what I wanted to aspire to accomplish, and then but the amount of energy it took, and then the amount of challenges I was facing, and then the amount of work I had to put in to actually get the money to actually flow, right? That used to make the back of my calves literally cramp. I used to have like tension in my back and my calves, and I used to be traveling every week. I used to be traveling to a different country, and then my nose, the empress here, I'm just showing the inside of my nose. Give thanks for the woman for checking for me. Anyway, yeah, so it was a time whereby I literally, was traveling every week and lecturing and moving and doing plenty different stuff, selling books, medicines, from the UK, Africa, Tortola, Saint Martin, Dominica, Saint Lucia, Antigua, all through the realms, just traveling, 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 because I had to make the finance to actually keep whatever it is that I was doing alive. There was a time I used to pay like $8,000 every month just to be on TV, to actually start off the message and ensure that, well, look, the message of wellness, because people might see us or hear us today and might believe like we only began today. We began the work as soon as I left medical school, 2005, 2006. I began the work. I didn't go to work for any hospital, no school, nothing at all. It was something that I consciously decided to begin an enterprise whereby I was working for myself, as a black man, and furthermore, as a Rastafari. So the challenge is now, as a black man, is tough. As a Rastafari, it's ten times tougher, because you are working to make the money economically, but you still want to be righteous. You still want to be clean. Still want to be pure, right? So I went for a lot of challenges when it comes to my whole aspect of balancing myself economically, and it wasn't that I wasn't making money. I was making a lot more money than even like I'm making today. You know, because at that time, they know how the world was. The money was just flowing, and and everything was just money. So then how I was managing that finance, what I was putting that finance into, how I was dealing with my bank, my relationship with a financial institution, all these things there was things that I was diseased in, I was ill in, and that actually caused me to be physically sick, literally. And also I was diseased also in the whole line of my family relationship, the amount of time I invested in my family. Imagine that you're traveling every week, every 2 weeks, you out, you flying here, you flying there, you flying here, you flying there. So that actually taxed my family time with my children and my empress, my empress and my children, a lot when it comes to the whole aspect of maintaining that balance. So the work is a work that I've begun a long time. It's not a work that I just begun. So as I said, we were paying $8,000 a month to be on TV. I'm talking about national television, because it's a point in time when wellness was not being heard. I remember when we were going up and down in England, that's in the United Kingdom. That is 2007, 2000, 2006, 2007, 2008. There was no coconut on the shelves in the Tesco's and the Sainsbury's. People were saying coconut is bad for your health and coconut oil is bad. And there we were going to the universities and going on 365 Brixton Road and having lectures, coconut milk, and having interviews on radio and BBC and all these different things there, until like today, coconut is like mainstream in every supermarket in the UK. So the work has been a long time, and as a man, that allowed me to actually go through the process of actually identifying what do I need as a man, as this figure to actually allow me to be a balanced and a well man. So going through that aspects of my life, I learned how to eradicate my economic diseases, how it is that I can work with my financial institution, how I can develop relationship with banks and other financial institutions to actually get what I have to do, get it done easily. I also learned, with the strength of the Empress, right, how to actually balance the time with my family. I remember I used to stay out. Probably if I go to the UK, all 14 days I used to be out. Until the Empress said, no, 7 days is the maximum that you should spend out, honorable. Until she said, priest, before every Sabbath, if you leave on Sunday, by Friday you should be home already before the Sabbath, so we could be together for the Sabbath. And then it was like 3 days. I could have only been out for 3 days. So that was because of the out of the insistence of the Empress. Saying, well, priest, Sundays is family day. Thursdays is family make a move day. So we go, all of us go together somewhere as a family. And Sunday, family day, we have to do something as a family. And I had to actually abide by that and literally structure my movements around the commitment to my Empress and my children, right? And myself, my Empress, and my children, because it was compromising my overall wellness, how I was feeling as a man, as a living being. So through that journey, it actually taught me of the importance of family, the importance of the Empress, the importance of the children, the importance of my biological mother, my biological father, you know. And these things there are things that growing up normally, as a man, I got my first hug from my mother when I was like 30. You understand? I'm 43. you know. So I'm talking about the kind of culture that we actually grow up in, whereby that love wasn't like readily expressed, especially to the male child, whereby hugs and kisses and so we never actually got that level of culture, that love and affection growing up. So it was something that I had to learn by myself, go through the journey of understanding how to make myself astute financially, how to make myself like a balanced man as a father, as a husband, how to make myself a balanced man as a son, to a to a father and a mother, so these missions, these journeys actually helped to form me, and I saw it fit necessary to at least bring forth the rising of the God's retreat, because I see that plenty of our brothers, plenty of our young brothers do not have that kind of a strong masculine entity in their life, that strong hand to guide them around, to actually become whatever it is that they have to become. And then you get that kind of realm whereby you have to compromise your masculinity, and you have to become soft and sweet and gentle, so it's like with me and my empress, we went through this, we went through this whereby, um, if the children do something, um, I would say, Honorable, what kind of fall you keep it up, man? So that foolishness there, my lord. What am to you there? If you have to keep your place clean up, my lord. What am to you, Honorable? Get up, man, and go do whatever you have to do. Then the empress would say, but priest, you're speaking to them so hard. Why don't you explain to them why they have to? I say, well, empress, you see, the fact that you are telling me that is your responsibility as the woman to bring in that other balance. So when the father says, nah, man, you cannot sit down there, my lord. You don't know, you have your work to do. Come on. Then the feminine energy would come. Honorable Prince, you know that your father loves you. He wants the best for you. You must understand that you have to do these things there. So the balance actually comes in, kicks in, because the woman is always the calmer and the nicer one, and always the more tolerant one. And it came to the point whereby I would tell my empress, don't get upset. What are you getting upset for? Don't get upset with the children. Let me get upset. Let me be the one to get upset. And then you go and calm down and do your role. So at least we bring that balance in the bringing up of the children the way that they're actually supposed to go. So I find that it is imperative, even when it comes to sexuality, when it comes to, like, recently, like I have on the journey, learn on the journey, had offered me had afforded me the opportunity to be upfront with my biological father, my daddy, right? So then my fathers never tell son about sexual intercourse, but I say, well, daddy, I know that day I was a hot man, man. You knew all the girls, man. You know exactly what to do. Why is it you never tell me, priest? You're supposed to touch a woman hair, supposed to whisper in her ears these things. When you're making love to a woman, that's the things that you're supposed to do. That's what you're not supposed to do. That's how you're supposed to do. That's how you're supposed to initiate. You understand? So then, when it is as a father or as a man, as a father, you have that capacity to even actually speak to a son directly and straightforward about sexuality, how to have sex as we come coming together. How is it you come together for a woman? Why should you come together? The importance of it. How to actually satisfy your feminine counterpart, your wife. These things, they are important conversations that we as man do not have at all. So no one teaches the man exactly how to be a father, how to be a husband, how to be financially astute, unless you go through the journey and learn it yourself. And also learning how to stand for something, right? And no matter what you stand up for, you believe in what you stand for. No matter what happens, you stay steadfast, committed to the journey. You are consistent. No matter what challenges come, you stay on the journey, on the battle. That's a whole level of manhood that needs to be taught. That level of consistency, that consistency level, and also that being consistent in word and being consistent in deed. Don't just only say, well, boy, yeah, man, yes, man, yeah, man, give thanks, man. But boom, as you get the word, you get on it. You're doing it. You're doing it. You're doing it, because I realize that just being in that kind of mental space whereby you receive and then you implement, you receive and you implement. So it's not just like you are a bag of hot air. You speak, but you show it for your action. So a lot of man does procrastinate, and boy, please, boy. I personally not a procrastinating being. I'm a man who is a man of action, like to get it done. So if you see where the processing area is right now, you yourself will be surprised. You know, because we don't play. Because
Mhm.
as a man, the key thing also is to realize that our our time within that vibrational frequency, within that life, that physical flesh life that we have, is limited to for a season. So then you know that you are here in this flesh for a season. You're okay, right? So life and passing on to the ancestors, what they call death, is a natural cycle that we fulfill within creation. So it's like you are in this plane right now, and then eventually you're going to be resonating, vibrating, right, on a different frequency, right? So then you now, as that flesh and bone and teeth that you are as a man, you must also, right, learn how to care for yourself, right? How to make sure that you are nice and clean, and you smell nice and sweet and not sweaty, and your toes are and you don't have to wait on somebody to do it for you, because initially, if you are in a relationship whereby it's just you and your empress, okay, well, she might take care of your foot and give you a pedicure, right? But when you have 2 children and 3 children and 4 children and 5 children, that means everything's had to change now. That means
Mhm.
that you cannot expect to get that same level of attention you used to get before. That means you now have to begin to put things in place to take care of your own self, to show yourself that self love, that self affection, and don't leave yourself behind. You have to learn to do the things that bring you joy, bring you happiness, make you happy, embrace it, do them, and full joy them. So, the Rising of the Gods retreat is a retreat of that nature, where we have looked at people who are economically savvy, who are professionals, expert in whatever that they do, and we are bringing them in to actually spend 7 days with us. That is why we are actually bringing in the Honorable Kadamawe Knife, who is basically a man that is responsible for a professor at the University of the West Indies, who is basically responsible for the grassroots and the economical foundation of plenty of the events and the work going throughout the CARICOM region. That is from Jamaica all the way down to Guyana, right? So we're talking about people who have actually taught a lot of great people throughout the generations, people who have that knowledge. So he and Professor Kadamawe Knife is a man that is going to be there to actually help to guide us economically, how it is that we are going to deal with things economically in the time that we are living right now, to help to uplift us. Then we have Brother Riza Islam, right, who is a man who have actually shown commitment, a lot of commitment to his cause. So
Mhm.
he's a brother who stands firm for black business. He stands firm as an anti-vax, stands firm as what you would call as a humanitarian. Go into the ghettos, into the neighborhood, feeding the poor. Working together with plenty of the other of the rapper celebrities outside there, plenty of the celebrities outside there, work together with them to actually bring knowledge to the community, to the depressed community. And it is something that he actually learned to be consistent, levicated to, not something that you could actually buy him to do. All right. So even when we actually offered him to come into the Caribbean, when I said, Honorable, I'm going to pay you, he said, well, priest, normally people just think us, I say, he was wondering, and we offered him. So he said, but normal, the work that he do is a normally a work he just do. So the how he does his work. Yes, sometimes people just actually give him some sponsorship, some donations, but we offered him a salary for his work. Why? Because we have gone through the process ourselves. The process of paying our. I used to be flying into England and do lectures. I had to pay my own ticket, pay my own accommodation, rent my own vehicle, right? Do all that thing for years before people would begin to pay it for you, for years, right? Because you see the importance of what it is that you're doing, and then you are investing that time, that energy, that money in it to actually make it happen, right? So it's going to be a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful session, and you're going to have yours truly, Ras Akim, Rastafaro, also is going to be there. to help man when it comes to the whole realms of movement, how to keep on moving, how to do the stretches, the exercise, and also how to establish that whole economic network digitally, how to get an idea from the digital space into the physical manifestation. And he's doing this because he has done it. So the people that we are bringing is people who have actually done what we are talking about, right? We have another lecturer, a brethren, Emmanuel, who is also coming, and we also have a celebrity actor, a cultural icon that almost everyone knows that's going to be there. I'm not going to mention his name now, you understand, but he's a man that is out there famous, like really, really, really famous, extremely famous. He's going to be there also to actually teach us of how to remain grounded, even if you reach what they call superstardom, and then everybody wants this and everybody wants to whatever, but you remain grounded in your core principles, right? So we are bringing him in. We are going to have myself, Honorable Priest Kailash. I'm going to do my little part, and then you have other people from St. Lucia who are successful in the field to come in and teach us and do certain aspects. We're going to be doing underwater diving. We're going to be hiking up not the small piton, but the taller, more difficult piton to actually climb in St. Lucia. We're going to have the pedicures and the manicures for the man, the massages. You understand? We're going to have the works whereby the man will get an opportunity to be pampered.
It's muted.
Yeah, I think that a call was coming. A
Okay.
call was coming. Yeah, we are going to afford the man the opportunity to be pampered, to be taken care of, to be loved, to just care for himself unapologetically, having no fear about it, receiving it 100%. So it's going to be an awesome, circle of the gods. Are going to be sitting down together, having lectures and different things. We're going to have Honorable Priest Isaac is going to be there also, bringing in that spiritual balance. So it's going to be a full, wonderful moment. I mean, somebody's trying to call. It's gonna be a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful moment, and we are just inviting the man and them to actually just get themselves prepared, get the acts prepared. It's going to be It's going to be an investment because,
Hmm.
as you hearing, we are investing in solid people, right? So you now would have an opportunity to invest in yourself, to spend that money on yourself unapologetically, and feel good that you spend that money on yourself, right? So the same way that you go and spend money on car insurance or on four tires, I had to buy if I have to buy four run flat tires, that'll cost me over $2,000. Four run flat tires for my vehicle.
Hmm.
If you want some good run flat tires,
Hmm.
right, for your vehicle, and based upon the type of vehicle you're driving, it's going to cost you about $2,000. Okay, that's just so that your vehicle could be well balanced on the road. So for you now to be well balanced on the road of life as a man, you should be able to spend that amount for yourself without even blinking. You understand? Because you understand the importance of investing that in yourself. So when you come out of that retreat, is you are going to be treating yourself, retreating yourself. You are investing in yourself. You are getting an opportunity to become a whole new man where you could learn from what some people had to go through a lifetime to learn. So when I reason with people about certain things to do, I'm trying to teach them something in 5 minutes that have taken me a lifetime to learn. So when you listen, you have the opportunity to learn something in 5, 10 minutes that actually took another man a whole lifetime to learn. So that means that you have the capacity to actually double, triple, quadruple whatever this person have achieved. Honorable.
Bless. Give thanks. So I'm an example of like the going to the mountain. I was saying earlier, I'm an example of going to the mountain and absorbing and taking all that's up there on the mountain and then returning and then implementing. So it's like I'm a firsthand experience of the opportunity to go up to the mountain. And I feel one of the big distinctions is it's not so much of like talking like these facilitators are going to be talking at us or giving presentations and you just listen and then you go to your cottage and then you just go rest. But it's going to be opportunity where it's a reasoning, and I love that, the reasoning, where we're going to be communicating and conversing amongst each other, and we're going to have the opportunity to build with each other instead of just the receiving and just getting the words and taking in all the words. You're going to be able to offer your words and bring your value to the circle. And it's important that we all realize that we all have that value to bring. So there's going to be these facilitators that you're speaking about, Priest. Powerful. Like, they've gone through it. We're going to be able to take all their experience and take that in a short time and get that all and apply it to our lives. But everyone else who comes as well is going to be coming with their power and their uniqueness and be able to guide. So that's going to be super epic. And the reasoning is going to be a major part of it, right?
Yeah, the reasoning is the main part of it, because what you reason, what you gain. That's why they say reasoning is better than preaching.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Than a man just preaching at you. You know, when you reason, that means that you are allowing, you are teaching, and you are learning. It's not like as if someone you are down there and someone is speaking down at you,
Mm-hmm.
right? And it's not like you have to erase everything that you learn. You are adding value to yourself, right? And then because you're not a parasite, that means that you are bringing in your own value onto the table, right? So it's not like you come in there just to learn and to grab. That's why we call it. That's why we call it facilitators. You know, they are facilitators. They are just facilitating the process. You understand? So they are just guiding us through the process. Okay, and it is very important, especially when it comes to the whole realms of a relationship, right? There are some things that people just don't speak to you about, right? So then a man, there are men who are in relationships who their feminine counterpart has never had an orgasm, never. You know, truth. You know, so there are men, okay, there are women who have been in relationships for 10 years and they've never had an orgasm. So then, as a man, how you expect this woman to feel? You know, how you expect the woman to feel? Right? How it is that you'd expect a man, right, to feel, right, when it is that he is there for woman, and then for over 10 years, that woman has never had an orgasm, has never been able to reach that orgasmic bliss. She's never gotten that opportunity to reach that point. Never. And then you now as a man, you know how that hurts you, how you feel insecure. And sometimes, you know, while in conversation and consultations, there are plenty sisters who would say, boy, priest, boy, they've had to fake it, they've had to do all type of things just to make the man feel like as if he's doing something. Okay, but it does not mean that they actually really had that orgasmic bliss. You know, so then these are real situations, these are real things that men actually go through, right? And then they do not know how it is. Nobody actually teach them, you know, how it is that they supposed to actually interact sexually with a woman to ensure that the woman reaches that point of satisfaction. How to facilitate the woman's process. So it is not like it's the man's responsibility to actually make the woman get to that process. He's facilitating it. So the same way, it's not the woman's responsibility for the man to actually get through that process. She is facilitating it. So it is about teaching the woman to empower the woman with the art of self-love, whereby the woman begins to understand her own sexuality, and then coming together becomes more like something that she's doing not as a result of wanting to please or to pretend like she's. I mean, if it is that she really does it for the true and sincere reason of self satisfaction, I mean, obviously she wouldn't try to pretend, because she's not trying to please him. She's trying to please herself. So when the man has that capacity to actually empower the woman, right? To get that level of self-love, where she now, right, begins to understand that coming together is something that she is doing for herself, to benefit herself, right? To deal with herself. It feels good. It's enjoyable. That is how life actually comes into the whole play of everything. Life is created. Then, when the man can teach the woman the art of self love, and the woman could learn, right, how to then use the man to get satisfied, not focusing on the man, but focusing on herself. Because she knows how she likes it best. She knows when she moves in that direction, when she has the most friction, when she has the most pleasure. She knows everything about it. So it's about the man now to empower the woman, to give her that level of self confidence, whereby she could maneuver herself to achieve that state in 5 minutes, 4 minutes, 3 minutes, 10 minutes, 1 minute, and that's it. So as we always say, there is nothing wrong with a 1 minute man, with a man that has an ejaculation in 1 minute. If it is that the woman aspect of it can have an orgasm in 30 seconds, and then you have yours in 1 minute, that means that she could have two of them in a minute, whereby you have one. So there is nothing wrong with that. It is the ability of the woman to be able to reach her point in that little bit of time, right? Whereby it enables the man now. It enables the man to feel good. So which man would not feel good that his empress or his wife or his girlfriend, right, is able to have an organism, or an orgasm as they call it, within 3 minutes, 2 minutes, right? She just started and then she's there already, genuinely, right? The man would feel good, right? So automatically, the point whereby the woman focuses on her own sexuality, right, and embraces her own sanctity, her own bliss, right, enables the man, right, to feel less responsible for her own satisfaction, because her satisfaction is her own responsibility, because she knows how she likes it the best, and she can just use the man as a facilitator to get his point. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying, right?
Oh.
It might seem a bit technical, but it's very simple, man. Right? So when you tell a man, well, a woman could actually reach that bliss 7 times within 7 minutes, they might say, "Boy, Priest, boy," and I'm very serious. I'm very serious, and it's just allowing the woman to develop that sense of self confidence, right? Whereby she is able to move herself so freely, right? So freely, right? That she herself, wow, man, that's it. Bam, 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 and that's it. Yeah, so definitely, these are all the things that we'll definitely be linking on, right? In the whole aspect of the Rising of the Gods retreat, an opportunity, to allow that man head to become the full man that he really is supposed to be, and it is important, man, that the woman just, and it's about empowering the woman. So it's the same way with the man, same thing with the woman, So it's about empowering the woman, because remember, the woman would masturbate and she'd have an orgasm in a minute, right? She'll go in her toilet, in her bathroom, right? And she'll masturbate and she'll have an orgasm in a minute. Or sometimes less than that. You understand? Why? Because she knows what she wants. You understand? So she's doing what she wants, how she wants, and why then it is that a woman would spend a whole so long with a man and she cannot get an orgasm at all. But she did by herself and she got an orgasm. So it is important. It is very important that we understand these principles of self-confidence, of self-love, of being free, just being able to release and just to be yourself, whatever it is that you want to be. And trust me, brother, right? Coming together is a critical aspect of any relationship. Very critical. I mean, it is like a foundation, because that is how people say, "Oh, but the sex is not important." Of course, it's important. Anybody who tell you it's not important, they're lying to you.
Important because they're only thinking of the physical aspect of it,
Yeah.
and they're thinking of like such a the basic overstanding of sex, so they don't even really understand how important it really is.
Yeah, even the physical aspect of it, even if you're just doing it for the physical pleasure, it's
Mhm.
wonderful. You know, it's wonderful. It's important. And even if you don't understand the spiritual aspect of it, right? And then you just appreciate loving the physical bliss of it, right? Then if you cannot appreciate love, the physical bliss of it, how are you going to appreciate love the spiritual bliss? You know? So you have to first start from that's how we say the grounding. The
Yeah.
grounding, you know. So it's all right. You don't have to be like so spiritual, so holy. Oh, I am holy and all this. Yeah, I'm meditating. I'm conscious. Oh, I could have and then you don't nah, man. You have to literally be able to manifest these physical tendencies physically grounded, right? It's an awesome act. It's lovely, right? Done physically. Oh, it's awesome, right? The whole, right? So then, you just embrace that aspect of it. Then you could understand the whole spiritual, the whole ethereal, the whole godly aspect of it. When it is that you could understand the physical aspect of it, then you could begin to embrace the godliness of it. Because remember, you through sexual intercourse coming together, you are able to create life.
Mhm.
That's what God do. God does create life. So as God and goddess, goddess and God, man and woman, woman and man, right? You are able to create life. So these lessons are things that we're going to be focusing on during the Rising of the Goddess retreat, the Rising of the God retreat, and definitely we are just looking forward and just help the woman and them to just empower the man, because as a Rastafari, as a black man, you know um a lot of my strength came through the fact that my empress actually supported me, in what I saw was right to do. So there wasn't always that fight, and if you feel like as a man, like in society, the man has so little confidence because the woman is taught to always question what the man is said to do, and then you always at argument, and you feel in yourself you're supposed to do that, but the woman not supporting you. So it's always done, so you always operate like a 10%, 15% of your own potential. Why? Because you don't have that support of that female entity, that feminine energy. So definitely when it comes to the realms of that, the woman being able to unapologetically support a man, a god man, a king man, that plays a crucial role in allowing the man to reach this place of full self-confidence, right? So there is that balance, that intricate balance that's very important for us to understand to get to that realms, honorable.
Truly give thanks. It's so potent, and I'm excited for everything coming forward. And I'm just to answer some of these questions in here. This retreat, specifically the Rising of the Gods retreat, which is happening June 19th, that is going to be a men's retreat. So that one is only for men, but we're going to be having the Sacred Goddess retreat, and then that's going to be solely for women. And then we're going to have a Journey Beyond Wellness retreat. And I saw the comment in there about for married couples. We could have the couples will come together on the a Journey Beyond Wellness retreat, which is for men and women. So that's going to be the opportunities. But I feel it's important that the men gather together and the women gather together, and then we can gather all together as men and women, uh, as like couples. But it's important that we initially have that time with the men, have time with the men themselves, and then the women have time with the women themselves. So that's how this retreat is going to be, the Rising of the Gods retreat. And for the Rising of the Gods retreat, text GODS to 231-431-0947 to apply. And this is going to give you an advanced opportunity to apply for the retreat, because something that we discovered through doing retreats over this time period is it's best to do applications just to make sure that everyone who's coming on the retreat is really ready and is in that vibration and that energy to bring forward their uniqueness. and to understand what we're really doing here to contribute to the mission. So this isn't just a retreat where we're just going to be having anyone can come and pay and money is it. It's a little bit deeper than that. So there's going to be the opportunity to apply for the retreat, get on a call, and we're going to be able to speak and go into the depths and learn about the intentions of what you're willing and able to bring to the retreat and what we can provide for y'all on the retreat as well. So it's important that there's that give and take where you're getting value from the retreat and we're also getting value as well. So to apply, this is a men's only retreat. Text GODS to 231-431-0947. And the retreat is happening on June 19th to June 26th. And this is going to be our first retreat in a year.
2021, yeah.
Yeah. So it's been about a year and a
half. Yeah, March.
And, just like building excitement and tending to the land and creating the land. So the retreat that happened, the Sacred Goddess Retreat, was legendary from what I heard. And just the new kitchen, the new therapy center was there. And then now when we come forward to this retreat, has been a whole year and a bit of building, a whole year and a bit of just preparing our minds and what we want to bring forward and present. So what are some of the upgrades or the updates that is going to be coming to this retreat that like on the previous retreats that they weren't there?
Well, I mean, definitely the pyramid would be available. This time around, we'll have the school would definitely be completed by that time. So we'd have a conference area to do certain aspects. We'll have also another path that actually traverses the entire property, whereby people could walk through and have a chance to have a greater glimpse of the property. Also there is a lot more food planted, so people could have an opportunity to interact more with the food, the herbs. Also we have a new trail that we have actually created, so it's going to be more seeing how it is that we could actually utilize the vibes on the mountain as much more. So it's going to be a lot more time on the mountain, and also we're going to be doing the underwater diving. That's new for this year because we wanted to show, just show what happens under the ocean, and then we're going to see what happens up in the one of the tallest peaks in the country. It's a more arduous to climb. There are places you have to hold ropes and climb and all. That's the Tipiton. We're going to be climbing that one there. I've climbed both of them. Normally when you all come, you climb the big one.
Yeah.
I climbed that some long time ago, and then the small one, I did climb that. But when I climb, and what people must understand, these climbs are spiritual journeys, right? So you have to know, well, you are going on a spiritual journey to conquer your demons, and when you reach the top, that means that you have conquered. And when you're going down, that means that it's just like when a man is about to ejaculate and the sperm goes up his spine, following the kundalini, and go and picks up the soul and comes back down, and it goes right into the woman, into the baby. So the same thing as you go up to the pitons, you go up and pick up a very important essence of creation, and then you come back down with it for power. Just like Superman have to go into Ethiopia every time and get his kryptonite to actually get his power when he loses power. Same thing, So there are places on Earth that have high power regions that are literally huge minerals, pyramids. That's why they call Saint Lucia the Twin Peaks. So it's two pyramids, right? So it is very important that we understand that everything on that journey is going to be very deliberate, very, very deliberate. So you come with a sense of openness, whereby you understand, well, look, you are coming to uplift yourself, you're coming to learn, you are coming to build, right? And just live in the moment, full joy the moment, and absorb, and also come to give, right? Come to give of yourself, right? So when you maintain that balance, definitely it's going to be an awesome experience. We do give thanks.
Give thanks. Yeah, it's going to be legendary, exciting opportunity. And just want to touch on, for those of the people who want to come and serve and want to come up to the mountain even before the retreat, we'll be having those opportunities. And will we say as soon as possible, like we can really make that happen as soon as possible, or what are the time
Well,
frames?
we wanted to start off with a sister who's been wanting to come for the longest while. That's why we're waiting on her. You
Hmm.
know, I think she's in your chat there, Fresh Factory. You know,
Hmm.
she's wanted to come for a long time, and I think that she's finally getting her things organized. So we were giving her the opportunity just to be among the first volunteers.
Hmm.
Just because she's been working on it for so long. So anytime after the 7th of March, everyone could actually come in. We have had plenty of people who want to come, and we could, because we will just be reserving the space just for these people. So you don't have to pay for accommodation. When you're coming in, if you love your quinoa or you love some stuff, bring some stuff,
Hmm.
right? But there'll be food on the land, plenty of food on the land to eat, and fruits and all type of stuff. But if you know that there are some specific things like the grains that you want, you bring some of your grains down, some of your raw nuts. You bring in some stuff that you could share, with others, and you could take care of yourself. But accommodation, food, you understand? The herbs, the teas, everything would be available for free. The moment to learn, right? All you do, you come and just impact upon the place. Plant a tree, help in the garden, help it make it bigger, plant more stuff. So if you come in and you want to bring in some special seeds, some kale or some lettuce or some things, you bring it. So you don't just come just to think, you come in to actually influence. So even if you want to bring in this special plant, you tell us in advance whereby we could organize for you. So you could tell you exactly how to bring it in. Whatever it is, your skills are, you are literally coming to uplift, to add value to the place, because this is not a place just for Priest Kailash, it's a place for humanity. And there is no distinction of race, sex, nor creed. Whatever your lifestyle is, that's your personal business. We are just inviting human beings, human beings, people who have love in their heart, who wants to see greatness and goodness in the world. Just come, and just play your role and come and spend a time with us. So the minimum amount of time a volunteer would have to spend is 21 days, minimum. So you could spend 21 days or you could spend more. All right. So you come in and you spend a wonderful time with us in St. Lucia. Remember that our resort is the center is what you would call COVID certified. So when you come in, you don't have to quarantine in any government facility. You could just definitely just quarantine. As you come in, you come straight to the mountain, and everything is blessed. So you don't have much to worry about. Everything is divinely blessed.
Yeah, that's going to be blessed. So y'all can text serve to 231-431-0947 and we'll get that organized. And it's really, there's so many different opportunities because there's so much going on the mountain, right? So there's some people saying painting, there's painting, there was content creators, videographers, photographers, recording engineers, priests, get the audio podcast room set up out there.
Yeah, man. Everything. Yeah, because it's for all of I and I. It is basically we
Mhm.
are creating something wonderful, and even when it comes to the school, it's not like I'm going to be teaching everything. I've been teaching for years. All these years I've been teaching on YouTube and all these places, all them TV, all them lectures. I'm sure that there are students among in the midst, even in the chat, that's going to end up being teachers, right in that same school that we are talking about. So it's not like it's for me to come and teach everything, you know right? It is for me to teach, and then for the people I teach to become teachers. That's it. So we're going to have other professionals to come in to teach, because our course is going to be highly scientific. So you're going to need to know embryology, histology, pathology, anatomy, all the foundational sciences, physiology, or how the physical structure actually functions first, even before you get into the whole realms of herbs. So these things are the history of herbal medicine. All these things are things that we need to learn, right, to even get into the realm. So you coming is going to help us to actually create, put everything down, absorb, come and take out from the living encyclopedia and put it down on paper, so at least people could have access to it. And it's a moment to have a part in something great. And even some of the people who come in as volunteers, I would see that even eventually they could be employed with whatever it is that we are doing in the future. Because if you are extremely good volunteer, and then we could afford you, and we see your worth to the enterprise, and you could work from wherever you are, and they will employ you, because we like to spend money to add value to people the same way that they add value to us. Not like we want to parasite you, right? We want to see your talents, embrace your talents, and see how it is we could work together to actually create something awesome. It is just blessed, and I'm just giving thanks for all those people who have been committed over the years. And definitely, as I say, I am an organic, I grow organically. So even on my Instagram page, it's not like I put any hashtags or anything, because I'm not looking for just holy for followers. I want followers. So if I have 3,000 followers, I want them to be 3,000 followers. I don't want to have 3 million followers and then I don't have any followers. So when I say you are be a follower, that means that if you see I'm planting my garden, plant your garden. If you see I'm doing it with my herbs, do your herbs. So whatever, if you follow in Priest Kailash, well, follow. Whatever you see I'm doing, just try to do the same. So this will actually help the work to actually grow leaps and bounds. Blessed.
Bless. Give thanks. So before we move on, give thanks, Priest. That was epic. Get me so excited for the retreat and the opportunity to serve. We're gonna have Jay Dean come on and join us, and let's vibe with Jay Dean. Is that, did I say it right, Jay Dean?
It's actually Jaden.
Blessed.
Jaden. Blessed. How's
Thanks
it
for
going?
having me.
You're
Yeah, I'm
welcome.
well. How are you?
Very well, thank you.
I'm just here doing some schoolwork. That's good to hear.
Give thanks.
I was calling in because basically last Saturday, I watch Livity all the time. It's very entertaining show, and I'm very grateful that I have access to it here in St. Lucia. And last Saturday, I called in and I talked to you about a couple different things, mostly hormones. And basically, from watching last Saturday, it empowered me to start my own cleanse. And so I started a water fast about 4 days ago. And I've been drinking coconut water, I've been drinking filtered water, and I've started my cleanse. So I guess I called in because I plan on coming to Livity in, I don't know, I guess whenever I start my fast and then I start to eat again, or whatever you recommend, because I also wanted to eat at Livity because I've never been there before. And basically, I wanted to know if Livity is open. I'm assuming that it is. And I also wanted to know, um, like, what would you recommend for me during this cleanse? Like, am I doing it all right, drinking coconut water and filtered water? Also, how long do you think I should extend my fast for? And when I start to eat, I planned on eating, beginning my fast with just raw foods. I've done a 14-day fast before. I don't know how long this fast is going to be necessarily. But yeah, I guess I just wanted some guidance on the cleanse that I am embarking on.
All right, give thanks. Well, basically, I give thanks for life. I didn't hear the whole beginning of what you were saying. The probably the first minute it was just stuttering, but the final minute and a half I did get that part when you said about the fasting and so on. So I don't know if there was something from the beginning that was important other than the fasting and what you're supposed to that you want to mention, because I didn't get
I want to mention it because I wanted to let you know. So I watched Livity last Saturday,
uh-huh,
and it influenced me to start my cleanse.
your fasting. Well, basically, we are doing like a 44-day
Mm-hmm.
fast. And that fast I'm doing now is a fast whereby I eat within only 2 hours of every single day for 40 something days. Right? What it
Mm-hmm.
does is that basically from 12 p.m. to 2 p.m., or if I run a little bit late and I start at 12:30, I'll do from 12:30 to 2:30, but try to be as disciplined as possible. Whereby within that time, there is, when you fast, it's also fasting and praying, or fasting and meditating, not just only just fasting. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So at 12 o'clock, when it hits at 12 o'clock, it's good to just lie down on your belly and face the east, and then you pray, lie down on the belly, because you are conquering the belly demon. That's what you are doing. And after you've done that, now you take a cup of water in a calabash or something wooden or clay, that's smaller. That's about maybe about a half a cup of water. Then you face the east again and you pray and you wash your face. You pray again, and then you shake some water in your mouth and you spit it out. Then you pray again and bless the water, and then you drink the water. So that's a spiritual aspect. So that's a victory, a spiritual victory. So you say then victory good over evil, or you say give thanks for the victory because you've gone through 22 hours and you've eaten nothing. You've not drunk any water. So we don't drink water. We don't eat nothing. We don't drink coconut water. We don't drink no juice. We don't do nothing at all. So within that hour, within that 22-hour fast, that means that you eat or not drink absolutely nothing. So my children, who is my daughter, who's about 5 years, will be 5 years, she would fast about until 12, and then she would eat for the rest of the day. So my children begin to fast from young. Okay, so all my 7-year-old from 12, she stops, and then as they grow up, they'll fast, they'll reach until 12, they'll eat, and they have between 12 until 6 to actually eat, and after 6 they eat nothing else. Right? So, and this goes on continually for 44 to 45 days, and then what happens is that as the fast actually proceeds, your stomach literally gets smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. So to the point whereby after the first 7 days, right, you'll just be able to drink probably one cup of coconut water and you'll feel real full. So then you begin to require less and your system kicks in. So you're going to go through a challenge. The first 7 days, you're going to go through a challenge. When the 14th day hit, you're going to get to a challenge. When you pass 21 days, you're gone. Right? So the first time I did that fast, probably in 2002, 2003, right? I actually continued it for another 40 something days. And the following year, I did the same. So I did 80 something and 80 something because I was just feeling so good in myself. You understand? So it is something that you have to do with that level of overstanding, whereby it's not something that you do, oh, I'm fasting. Why are you doing, Jaden? Oh, I'm fasting. And your face is not,
I don't
you
need
have
to
to
tell
be,
anybody that I'm fasting.
yeah, you don't need to. You just now nice and strong, like everything is normal. Because I operate like normal. Right? It's just that I eat less. So I lose some. Definitely, I just lose weight when I fast. I just lose a lot of weight, but it's not like I get skinny and maggy, but, I still lose a lot of weight. I could see my pants line starts to get small. So like today, when I broke my fast, I basically had the first thing I did after drinking my praying and drinking my water, I actually um I ate a piece of coconut jelly, had some papaya, had one small banana, the Empress had a little orange, a nice sweet orange there for me. I eat one of that, and then I I drank some richage. We call what people call porridge. We call it richage because it's rich, it's not poor.
Mm-hmm.
Richage, which is macambu, which is called. Where are you contacting from? You're talking about Liberty. You call from Saint Lucia?
Mm-hmm.
You from Saint
Yeah,
Lucia?
I'm in Sucre.
In Sufra. Okay, all right. So then after we've drunk that, we drunk a
What
macambu
kind of
porridge.
porridge?
Macambu. We did
Macaron.
macambu, yeah, just blend coconut milk and some dates and stuff. Yeah, so that's called the platano burro. And then after a while now, I had a nice wrap. That's why I was lit on the live because I take my fasting thing serious. So I had a nice vegetable wrap with some some lettuce and some cherry tomatoes and some different things, just wrapped in a shell.
Was it
And
a
that was,
spelt wrap?
yeah, spelt and some other teff and some other whole grains. All right. So
Where could I get spelt in St. Lucia?
well, I mean, mostly every supermarket have it now. Up more
Mhm.
up north. So just come by mass. Any of them.
Yeah.
We know I don't advertise. Well, so definitely all these things there. That's just it. And as you go through, just control, and just remain consistent. Just remain consistent. If you feel very hungry, you can take a rest. You'll get up and you'll feel better. So just in time, and during that time also, you're going to get a lot of spiritual challenges. So it's going to be a time whereby you are going to go through a lot of tests, a lot of tests. But at the end of the 40 something days, if you hold strong, you're going to bust out some real barriers and be real victorious. So just hold strong, hold firm. And remember, it's fasting and praying and fasting and meditating. So you don't just only abstain from food, you abstain from certain activities that makes you a bit more delinquent. So you just try to exercise a bit of more self-love. Drinking and no partying and no wildy. So coronavirus has made it easier for us because all of us, we are curfewed and quarantined. So it's better now, right? Love, Sister Jaden.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you
You're
for answering
welcome.
my
Bless
question.
you.
I appreciate
Thank
it.
you, Jada. Much
Love,
love.
yes.
Take care. Bless, priest, give thanks. So when did the 44 days start?
Well, last week Wednesday
Wednesday?
Wednesday. So I was like, and when I was breaking my fast, I said, I should have been documenting, taking my people on the journey with me and just document every day. Oh, I'm
Yeah.
breaking my fast, and I feel like it would be a good thing for people. Probably for tomorrow. I might start off from tomorrow and
Mm-hmm.
just help them on the journey because fasting is crucial. Eh?
Yeah.
As a Bobo Shanti priest, I fast like every Monday, every Wednesday, every Friday, and still I fast on Saturdays. So
Mm-hmm.
fasting is like a normal thing for me. So I
Mm-hmm.
don't eat out. So I all these things that helps you from eating out. So when you move like that, you just strong and discipline and all them different things there. So I
Mm-hmm.
do give thanks for life.
Give thanks. And during our last retreat, when we did the fasting together,
Yeah, on the Saturday, yeah.
we broke the fast together.
That
That
was
was
awesome, man.
special. Yeah, that was
Special.
special experience.
Yeah, everyone in white too. Wow, that was awesome, man.
Everyone in white. Yeah, that was
Mhm.
a truly special moment in my life
Yeah,
and
man,
very
awesome.
memorable. And it's
Hmm.
great to have the guidance of how to break the fast and
Hmm.
how you explained here. That was something that was like, yeah, really special and powerful. So give thanks, priest, for being the example. Give thanks for taking the time out to share with us. And when you got so much going on over there in the mountain, taking the time out to come vibe with us and share with us and spread that love. And yeah, looking forward to being out there in the mountain for the Rising of the Gods retreat, which is going from June 17th to June 26th. And then also for anyone, y'all can go out there earlier, starting as soon as March 7th. So that's pretty soon here,
Yep.
just under 12 days here. So y'all can go up in the mountain and go learn and go vibe and go share some of your time and your energy and help to build and create what we're doing over there. So give thanks, priest. Have a blessed rest of the day. Giving thanks as always, and then we'll see everyone next week for next Sunday for the next live High Grade Healing Live.
Give
Love.
thanks, Honorable. Give thanks for everyone that was in the chat. Josie758, give thanks. King Duge, give thanks. Heru Tut, give thanks. Scam, Nicolem, Fresh Factory, give thanks. Rashim, give thanks. Yolanda Wright, give thanks. Eve Lovely. I see Akim Pierre there. Who's Akim Pierre? Oh, give thanks anyway. Suno, give thanks. Give thanks. Give thanks. Mr. LVTV, give thanks. Shatakwa, give thanks. Give thanks, Shirley. Give thanks, Jonita. Give thanks, Jali Abijah. Golf player 5150. Give thanks. Give thanks for all those of you who were with us today. Ronia, give thanks for everyone. Heart of love, peace, and prosperity. May the spirit of the ancestors keep on shedding light upon your path and make your path straight and narrow. Jah Rastafari. Blessed love.
Love. Bless. Blessed love, y'all. Sending love and balance. Give thanks for everyone for joining us. And reminder that we have the retreat coming up. And then you could text GODS to 231-431-0947. We're going to have more information out. We're going to have more opportunities. But for those of y'all, like all our retreats sell out. So for those of y'all who want to be the first ones to apply, you can just go through that number. And then if you want to apply for service, you could text serve to that same number, 231-431-0947. But giving thanks, y'all. It's a pleasure. It's honor to be here. So I'm giving thanks, sending y'all love, and we'll see y'all next Sunday. All right, bless.